Being an interesting woman. Well, what makes people interesting? First, it comes for me with how somebody talks or the ideas they carry about and how they go about their things, generally how they carry themselves. Things that are interesting to me may not be interesting to other people, but when I think about it or look at someone or hear them talk or even the sound of their voices, the tone they're using at a certain time can mean a lot of things. It can mean I wish to speak to this person again, or I don't think that we align together as people. And that is absolutely okay. No matter the tips I share with you right now, each and every individual will carry themselves in those same ways quite differently. There is no one way to behave in order to be seen as an interesting woman. And I've heard a few things about being an interesting woman. Like, you have to know all the etiquette and you have to talk in a certain way. You have to dress in a certain way and carry yourself in a certain way. But it's all a lie. Like, being interesting is really basically being you. Totally cliche, but trust me, being more of who you are and showing that to people unapologetically makes you interesting. Learn new skills or try new hobbies. Learning new skills or trying new hobbies can be very, very fun, and it can also take a whole toll down the drain when some of these things are uninteresting to you. But that is the whole point. Learning new skills or trying new hobbies is to actually be able to find something that you're most comfortable doing over time, or something that makes you feel more excited or lifts your mood on days that you need that boost. And so in order to be able to learn a skill or find or explore new hobbies, you need to read. Try to find a way to read more about them, and in that case you're going to figure out a lot of things that you may not even know about, and it may be easier for you to try them, and when you do, you might find something from them. In order to cut the hassle short for you, I will list a few hobbies that you can try. For my personal hobbies, I love to read. Well, reading sometimes can get cut short or can be interrupted by day-to-day life, but still I do love reading. I have a crocheting kit that I got about a year or two ago, and I got into crocheting and I loved it. I still do it at this time to make little projects like this phone pouch. I have this book cover that I made for my small notebook as well. Another hobby that I really like is this, sharing all these things with you, making my findings, sharing my experiences, make it relatable and simple for you, and hoping I cut your hassle short and you're able to get into them as well. Other hobbies like painting, learning a new recipe, learning to code, upscaling clothes, raising art, dancing, singing, home decor, jewel making, instrument playing, soap making, pottery, scrapbooking, which I personally love, learning a new language, which I'm also doing, journaling, graphic design, hosting events, dinners, or brunch. Now, let me give you a tip about hosting events, dinners, lunch, brunch, or anything. It can sound like a very big thing, like, how am I going to pull this off? It's going to be so expensive. But when you start planning something, for example, when we are in May, and when you start planning maybe a Christmas dinner, a lunch, or brunch, you have a lot of time to put a lot of things in place, get people on board, get them to participate and help with the planning, and also get them to contribute. You can make or you can host these events at your own comfort zone. It can be anywhere. As long as you have people on board and you're planning, it becomes a lot more easier. We are going to build up from the fact that you have found a hobby or something that interests you. Now you're going to want to pursue that. Pursuing something makes you discover a lot more about yourself, because whenever you have something, this goal, this plan that you're starting to pursue, it just gets your brain running and gets you on a certain path that is more interesting to even you yourself. So aside from the fact that you're pursuing or trying new hobbies and all that, pursuing what you love or what excites you can be something as big as pursuing your dream job: law, medicine, nursing, marketing, any of those things. And the path and the process around it helps you to get to know a lot more things, and trying them helps you to know even more about yourself. Knowing how you want to carry yourself about, the things you want to wear, your fashion sense, your uniqueness that comes with your fashion sense, and your voice, your tone, and voice in the sense of your opinions, the things you think about, the things that interest you to talk about them, the things that you want to share your opinions on, your deep thinking. Also comes with how you take care of your physical and your mental health. Developing your personal style is very individual, and each and everyone has their own personal style, how they want to come off. Some people want to come off as soft girls, some want to come off as a little bit tough and strict, others also come off as old even though they're young. But these are all due to their personal interests and personal styles, and that uniqueness makes them more interesting. Learn how to be a conversationalist. Listen more, ask thoughtful questions, maintain eye contact, share insights, experiences, stories, not just opinions. Be funny and playful naturally. When I started job searching at 19 years old and I was looking at the job market, I learned a lot of things that comes with how to carry yourself, how to talk, how to portray yourself to your employer. But I never knew that all these things would be carried on in my adult life, where I'll be able to learn how to truly carry myself properly and converse with people properly as well. So when you're conversing with people, it's very important that you know how to listen, you know when to chip in, you know when to interrupt, you know the opinions to share at a certain point, and you know the constructive criticisms to give and how to give them. And also, being in tune with your emotions can really help in the way that you converse with people. That also means that you know what to say at the right time in order not to affect another person's mood negatively at that time. And if so, you know how to go about it and correct that properly. Being a good conversationalist also comes with how to carry a conversation along. Like, it's not a one-way thing. You know how to make it more alive, and that is why I also mentioned about being funny and playful naturally. Well, humor comes in so many ways. Some people have dry humor, some people are very, very funny and they make you laugh all the time, and that is where it comes to being naturally humorous. Like, don't try to be playful or humorous in a certain way because you think that this is what people like, or gets people to be more into the conversation. I have seen people who really hate dry humor, but for some reason I do like dry humor and weird jokes. If you are that kind of person, be and stay natural to yourself, but also know the other party in which you're conversing with, and make sure that you are in tune with your emotions and you're considering theirs as well. Develop self-respect and build strong boundaries. Well, one of the things that makes you more interesting is knowing that there are certain things that you don't want in your life, certain things that you don't want surrounding you, certain attitudes, certain places and activities, and hence you respect yourself so much not to be in those places because it does not sit well with you. Knowing your boundaries and how to communicate them is the best thing that you can do for yourself, and is the truest thing you can do for yourself. If you want to know more about being authentic and setting boundaries, I have a video. I'll link the card up here. Having self-respect is knowing a lot of things about yourself, the things you don't want to engage yourself with, and most importantly, the people you don't want to be around, because eventually you're more a lesser person of yourself when you're with them than you actually should be. This does not necessarily mean that they're bad people. It's probably just because their opinions, their lifestyles do not just align with you, and it's only right for you if you take a step back. Surround yourself with inspiring people. One of the very main reasons, aside from following people because I know them and it's kind of weird if you don't follow back, but this is not about that mainly, but sometimes how people carry themselves and and how inspiring they are to my craft, to my being, to my person, my personal values, and the things I care about is what makes me follow them. And you never know, that is why somebody may be following you on social media. And knowing more about the things that inspires you to be you can be an inspiration for another person as well. Lastly, be authentic. Embrace your imperfections, your quirks. Don't try to be universally liked or perfect. Nobody can be perfect, and not everybody is going to like you. And it's about time we acknowledge that fact that it is okay. You're not somebody's cup of tea. You don't have to change in order to fit in any space at all. It is peaceful and more calming and easier to live a life that is your own. Being interesting is more about you and not how you want people to see you. Being interesting is